Very good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are doing fabulous in this online lecture series. Well, today we will learn a lesson of standard 7th, which is 11th lesson from your textbook of subject science, which is a very interesting subject. That lesson's name is cell structure and microorganisms. So, in this lesson we will learn various types of subunits with the help of PPT, that is PowerPoint presentation. So, let's get started with that PowerPoint presentation.
So students, in the last lecture we have learnt cell, their shapes, types of cells and cell organelles. In that we have seen nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, vacuoles, then thereafter mitochondria, etc. And also we have seen cells were like amoeba and paramecium. These are very tiny cells which we can't see with our naked eyes. What they are called as? Think about it. Yes, exactly. They are referred to as, or they are called as, microorganisms. So, today we will learn nothing but microorganisms, their occurrence, how we will observe them, means observation, and their measurement. Now, what are microorganisms? The organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes but can only be observed under the microscope are called as microorganisms. In the picture, you can see a boy is watching those microorganisms. Microorganisms are like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, etc. In the motion picture, you can see bacteria are moving. Now, where do they occur? These microorganisms are present all around us in the air, water, soil, food, sewage, garbage, as well as in the bodies of plants and animals, including humans. Means in human body also they are present. On the human body, only 1 in 10 cells of the body is human. The rest are microbial. A square centimeter of skin holds about 1 lakh microbes. Humans are free of microbes until they pass through the birth canal. They are also present in environment. Some microorganisms are solitary, means they live singly. For example, amoeba and paramecium, etc. Whereas some live in colonies. Some microorganisms live on the remains of dead plants and animals like bacteria, fungi, etc. Now, how we will observe these microorganisms? First of all, keep a moist piece of bread in a closed box and observe it after 3 to 4 days using magnifying lens.
Observe the bread mold fungus in the laboratory. You can grow and observe the bread mold fungus in the laboratory. To do so, obtain a piece of damp, stale bread and leave it exposed to the atmosphere for a few days. You will notice a furry growth appearing on the bread. Leaving the bread exposed to the atmosphere increase the likelihood of fungal spores from the air settling on the bread, growing on it. Let's have a closer look at this fungus. Transfer a small bit of the growth onto a microscope slide and observe. Mucor is a multicellular fungus. The fungus is organized into mycelia, which is made from thread-like structures called hyphae. Most hyphae contain many nuclei and are said to be multinucleated.
Then thereafter observe a drop of muddy water from a stagnant puddle under the compound microscope.
See here, this water is taken. Compare this water with this stagnant water, as both of this will be same. And we have to look it into the microscope. The drop was put on the slide. After focusing, we can see several microorganisms are there in that water. Here in the center 1 millimeter ruler is placed for comparison that how small these organisms are. They are smaller than the 1 millimeter ruler. Many variety of organisms are present like bacteria, archaea, algae, fungi, protozoa and viruses. All these organisms live in this stagnant water. These organisms eat, swim and reproduce inside this stagnant water. And the protozoan cell keeps on dividing and producing new cells. Means you can imagine that how many organisms will be living in that stagnant water. And their sizes are also different. The bacteria, the colony of bacteria was there. So you can see how tiny these cells are. These are bacteria. It is estimated that a drop of seawater 1 millimeter contains 10 million viruses. Viruses are the smallest living organisms. They are too small to be seen by the light microscope.
Lastly, you have to take a drop of yogurt or buttermilk on a glass slide and observe it under the compound microscope, as shown in the
Sugar
video.
in buttermilk. The following materials are used to perform this experiment. They are glass of buttermilk, dropper, crystal violet, permanent slide, cover slip, lamp and microscope. Take a glass of buttermilk and a permanent slide. Now add 2 to 3 drops of buttermilk on a slide with the help of a dropper. Heat the slide slightly on a lamp for about 3 to 4 seconds. Next, add a few drops of crystal violet on the slide and cover it with a cover slip. Let it aside for 30 to 60 seconds. Next, wash the slide with water. Next, place the slide under the microscope and observe it. Dark blue colored structures are observed from the microscope. The small dark blue colored structures are the lactobacillus bacteria present in buttermilk.
In these videos, we have seen how to observe moist bread after 3 to 4 days, then muddy water or stagnant water, you can say. And thereafter we have seen how to observe a drop of yogurt under the compound microscope, and the results were shown in that video. Means in some of the video bacteria were seen, in some fungi were seen. Then, what are the sizes of some microbes? Paramecium measures about 100 micrometers. Bacteria of typhoid measures about 1 to 2 micrometers. Poliovirus, which measures about 28 nanometers. Microbes measures less than 100 micrometers. Being this much minute, still, their cell organelles carry out all the life processes within the single cell. We cannot see objects smaller than 100 micrometers in size with our naked eyes. So, we make glass slides of the microorganisms and observe them under the compound microscope. However, if a magnification of 1000x proves to be insignificant, we need to observe it under electron microscope. Today's topic is important as per exam point of view. So today we learned microorganisms, their occurrence, observation and measurement. In this we have seen that microorganisms are unable to see with our naked eyes, so we observe them under compound microscope. If they are unable to see under the compound microscope, then we have to use the electron microscope for that. We have seen where these microorganisms are present in air, water, soil, etc. Then last part is homework. Your homework is what are microorganisms, and you have to write about their occurrence. Thank you.